How's it going, everybody? It's Mystical here. Haven't done a commentary in quite a few weeks, but figured I'd do one before the year ends. It's only a couple weeks until 2018. Basically, it's been another year on the channel and another channel update. I don't remember the last time I did one. I think it was maybe a month or two ago. But yeah, gaming season is essentially over now in terms of, all the games coming out and being released, And really the only two that I got this year were World War II and Battlefront 2, which I'll talk about a little bit about those. In the background, I got a bunch of miscellaneous Halo 5 gameplay, because over the months I've kind of collected random clips that weren't worth uploading as a full match, so I still got quite a bit of that, so I'm going to try and recycle some of those and put them in here. But yeah, so I usually, when the October to November time frame comes around, there's a ton of games, to get. But this year was actually kind of empty, surprisingly. Even single-player games, all I picked up was Battlefront 2 and World War II, really. And even then, one of them was a little disappointing. You're probably thinking which one, and the answer is Battlefront 2. It can be fun, but with the linear maps, unfortunately, with Galactic Assault, it's just, a turkey shoot, having to run forward all the time and go into choke points and then basically die over and over. It seems even if you do the objective, you don't even get awarded that many battle points either. People have found you can fly in vehicles instead and then, get more points just by shooting the AI ships or, shooting everybody else that's on the ground because they have nowhere else to go because everyone's at these certain choke points while you're on the ground actually trying to play the objective and you're not getting awarded for it. But, yeah, and then even the offline content is pretty disappointing. I was hoping this time around they'd actually have, actual offline bots, kind of like the original Battlefront 2 had Galactic Conquest, Instant Action, all that good stuff, and unfortunately this game does not. It's got like one measly arcade mode, aka Team Deathmatch, but even then, it's not even a full thing. It's 6 maps, and it's not even the 10 or 12 or whatever maps that are included in the online portion, so it's pretty disappointing for that, It's a little better than Battlefront 1 when it shipped, I guess, but it's still really disappointing. And there's been a lot of lag in the online servers too. I just had a game tonight where I just wanted to quit because I couldn't play the objective or go anywhere because I kept rubber banding so bad. And it's been happening to everybody. Certain maps are worse than others, but it's really disappointing for a game like that. And I've already done videos and commentary on the whole microtransaction loot boxes and how I don't like them. And you probably heard all the stories about Battlefront 2's loot box and stuff, and I have not spent a single credit that I've earned in-game to open any loot boxes. And I seem to be doing alright without any of the super good cards that other players have, because some of them are game-altering, which I think is stupid. But, I'm still putting up the numbers. You guys have seen my gameplay in that game, and see I'm doing alright, and I have low-level progression on all the troopers, but, what I'm really good at is the Starfighter Assault. That and the smaller modes like Blast and Strike, I pretty much straight up dominate, and it's a lot of fun, and it's mainly because it's not linear. I guess the Strike mode is slightly, but you have room to move around, and there's not so much junk happening where you have a chance to outflank people, But the Galactic Assault maps are so straightforward. When it's 20 versus 20, there's almost nowhere to flank. You're constantly getting shot in the back, or you try to go forward and get blasted by someone that you don't see. But yeah, it definitely needs some improvements. I'm having fun in terms of gameplay, but some of the maps and the game modes and the whole loot box progression is definitely a disappointment. And, I can only play so much till I get annoyed of it, because it just kind of chokes the experience out. So if you're still on the fence to get the game, I'd highly recommend just waiting a while because hopefully they'll improve it. But currently, it's still got a lot of room for improvement. And then as far as World War II goes, there's been some hit registration and lag issues, but thankfully the whole loot box system in that game is cosmetic, and so I've not spent any of my armory credits or whatever the heck they call them on that, and I really don't care. I'm enjoying the World War II setting and stuff like that. I've had some decent games online, and that game actually has full offline bot support, even for the new war mode. The bots are scripted really well, and I think the latest patch actually made the bots better. It was in the patch notes, improving the AI and all that, and it's fun to be able to play the game either online or offline. And I wish Battlefront 2 had that. But yeah, those two games there. And another game I haven't uploaded to the channel and haven't even played yet is Titanfall 2. That's not a new game, but for me it is. I haven't actually played it, but I did buy a copy, and now I'm just waiting when I get more time to actually try it, because I'm gonna need a couple hours probably to get used to that gameplay, with my schedule and motivation to even get on. The times I do, I haven't felt like playing it yet, but there'll be some Titanfall 2 in the future, most likely, on the channel, so that'll be something slightly new. And I can't, go without talking about Halo, because I think most people subscribe to the channel for that, and I've got Halo in the background. I've actually been starting to run dry on Halo gameplay. I know, shocker. I've been saying I've had truckloads of MCC gameplay in the background on my folders. Even Halo 5, I was playing enough to where I can make up, but I'm actually running out. A lot of the gameplay you guys have been seeing on MCC was actually, some of those were from, a week or two ago, and I'm planning to play with some friends again this week. And I've been playing more too. I'm just kind of getting so caught up that my reserves are running out. But I'm going to be on a 2-week vacation here coming this Friday, and I hope to play a lot more Master Chief Collection. But you guys should not notice any difference. I've always been uploading a week's worth of Master Chief Collection every week, and that'll continue. Halo 5, I just got done playing matches last night and tonight. So tomorrow night, if I actually can get them rendered, you should see some Halo 5 gameplay. So in terms of what's actually happening that you guys see, nothing will look like it's changed, but in the background, a lot of the gameplay I used to have is starting to run out, so gotta just play more and have more time playing. But yeah, since the Halo games have become backwards compatible, I have not noticed any population dip really in Master Chief Collection. It feels like the same search times, and I'm getting matches and getting a wide variety. Halo 3 still seems to be voted quite a bit. But yeah, everything's been going okay there. And I was gonna say one more thing about Halo and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, I'm still excited for the updates that will be coming to Master Chief Collection next year too. They said, 343 where I work, they'll be, they've already publicly said this, so it's nothing new. But some people may not have heard it, but they'll be talking more about, what's to come, and then the whole flighting program they said that fans will be able to participate in. But as far as I know, they said early 2018, and hopefully we'll see some new stuff and new fixes. I'm excited for it. It's only going to make the population grow, and the game will be even better, which I think is great. But yeah, that's really all I have in the games to talk about. I don't want to end on a downer, but I don't think I will. But I'm sure I'm not a drama channel or a political channel or anything like that, and I don't like to talk about any of that stuff, but I'm sure you guys have heard of Net Neutrality. And if you don't know what it is, it's a thing that protects consumers like us in the US from internet companies either blocking, throttling, or charging more for our internet access. Example is, without Net Neutrality, they could essentially, because there's no laws against it, my internet provider could charge me $50 extra just to access YouTube. which would be absolutely absurd. But with the law getting repealed by the FCC, the Federal Trade Commission, this Thursday, which by the time I upload this video will probably only be a day from now, you know, I could be prevented from, you know, keeping my channel going. You know, they could slow my internet down so bad and force me to, you know, pay me like, you know, it'd be like, oh, you owe us $50 to $100 more now per month to have the same speeds you've had, and oh, if you want the YouTube, that's part of a program now, you gotta buy that. You know, something dumb like that could happen. And I'm not trying to fearmonger or be too worried about it, you know, but it is a possibility. And unfortunately, and I'm hoping, you know, with everyone being outraged about all this, you know, it could get repealed, or, you know, it could get stopped by Congress because they're the next wall. But if they, you know, allow it, then, you know, I could be screwed. And I'm a small fish on YouTube, as you guys know. I don't make any money on my channel, never have, never will. I do this for fun. So if I lose my channel or something, it's like, okay, that's a really disappointment. It never should have come to that. You know, the point where I can't even upload videos because they slow my speed down so bad or something, you know. That sucks for me, but what about all the other YouTubers that make a living, or anybody else on the internet that, you know, relies on income from the internet, you know? Whether it's digital art or anything creative, you know, I'm a very creative person, and I don't think my channel really shows that, you know. I do a lot of modding for video games, mostly Fallout 4 and a racing game, but I like making 3D models and doing all sorts of stuff. I paint designs for race cars and stuff as well, and it's a good outlet for me. But, you know, stuff like that could be stifled, you know, not being able to share it on the internet if the internet freedom goes away and we go to like some cable subscription where only the big media corporations, you know, get their stuff out there, and all us small people, you know, get shut out. I'm hoping it's not coming to that, you know, and I'm going to be patient about it. It may not even happen this month or the next month, but, you know, a half a year from now or a year, internet companies could start sneaking in new rules, or, you know, new policies, or charging you a little bit more each month to the point where even I don't want to pay for it. It's not even a thing of, oh, you know, I can't afford $50 per minute. I totally can. Thankfully, I'm in a position with my job and the extra money that I make from my hobby and stuff that monetization-wise, I'm pretty well off, you know. I spend so much for this YouTube channel in terms of equipment and just gaming equipment, and, you know, I got like an Xbox One X and be getting myself a new headset and controller soon, but that's besides the point. But, you know, it's principle. I'm not going to be paying more money to have what I already have because they can nickel and dime me. That means I can no longer have the same access to the internet because I won't pay it, then so be it. Me being a big internet person, I think it's obvious because I, you know, keep this channel going every day with new stuff. You know, I'd be very sad and disappointed. The internet's been a great thing in my life. It's basically what got me where I am today, you know, working for Halo, and a lot of the friends I met from online, you know, a lot of good friendships. I met people that I played Halo 3 with back in the day that I met in real life now, and with real friends, you know. So, I mean, the internet's been a big thing, and it is for a lot of people. And, you know, other people in other countries might be like, oh, you know, this is USA, who cares? But, you know, America, when the policies change for them, it usually trickles down to other countries. And don't believe without a second that, you know, the same ISPs will try the same things in your country if they can get away with it here, you know. One day it may change, you know. And it's just like video games and the whole loot boxes with EA and Battlefront 2, how they try to nickel and dime the consumer and put progression in loot boxes. If freaking game companies are doing stuff like that, you know, there's without a doubt an internet company that's already been shown to do shady stuff in the background. Will no doubt try and charge customers more, or do things they aren't really allowed to, or things that aren't morally acceptable. If it's not against the law, they're going to do it. That's kind of the same with loot boxes. There's nothing against the law technically, though people are disapproving. But I don't know. it really depends to those people who are in charge in our country, unfortunately, that make the decisions, and a lot of them don't even fully grasp what internet and technology is. It's a shame. The only hope is, in the future years, new people get voted in, and we can bring back policies, but by then it may be permanent. You never know. But it's really disappointing, and I'm really sad, and I'm not going to try and worry about it. I'm just going to keep doing my thing for the channel and everything else I do, but, if that day ever comes, I'll try and inform everybody. I don't think internet companies will just right out block me from stuff or, do things that absurd. Who knows? They want to make money, obviously, but, it may be, oh, we can shut out this amount of people that won't pay, but because we're making this much money from others that are, and you never know. They could block things in regions. They could just outright block content without even giving you a choice because it's a competitor, there could be gaming service things they charge me where, oh, you want a game, so we're going to charge you $60 more, that could completely destroy multiplayer games because a lot of people can't get on anymore. You never know. I'll keep updated on the channel if anything changes, but it is a big deal, and I usually don't worry about things like this, This is the one time that I'm actually pretty worried that something damaging could happen, and for other people, their livelihood, it could really affect them. But I've had so much great stuff happen on the internet, as I was saying, and I don't want to keep rambling too much, but I've met a lot of cool people. I've seen a lot of cool people. It's got me places where I never expected. I've learned so much, especially not even his YouTube side, but just doing my 3D modeling and other creative stuff. It's been a great way to connect with people and learn things that probably would have cost money otherwise. I really love music. I've gotten a bunch of amazing soundtracks for either movies and games that I wouldn't have known of if I couldn't, have seen it on YouTube or some other place, and seen it, a lot of artists too that I really like, that I, just browsing the web, oh, and this leads to this, and then, oh, cool, I really like that, and, something like that going away in the future would be really disappointing. It'd be hard for anybody to get noticed or get anybody to notice them because you didn't have access to it anymore or something, so we're just going to have to wait and see, but this Thursday they're going to repeal it, no doubt, and then it's up to Congress, I believe, to decline it, but it may even then get approved, and who knows what'll happen. At least as far as the research I've done, my ISP says, oh, we won't block throttle or any of that, but I don't believe it. Companies say things all the time, and then they don't actually do it, and it's whatever, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But I wanted to give one more final update before things all go terrible. This year has been kind of a crummy year for me overall, but I'm glad it's ending. And hopefully next year will be pretty good, and I'm definitely looking forward to my vacation. And I'll just keep doing things on the channel. I'm excited for next year, and I'll do another channel update then, and about upcoming games. Hopefully next year there's some more multiplayer games. There's only 2 this year. Might get some new stuff next year, but we'll have to wait and see. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this kind of long commentary. Don't know when I'll do another one, but I'll see you guys around, and hope everyone does well during the winter time. So until then, see you guys later.